While the cat's away, the mice will play. Stay tuned for this week's recap of NBC's Days of Our Lives. Next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Well, hello, and welcome to AfterBuzz TV's weekly recap of NBC's hit drama, Days of Our Lives. I'm your host, Mark J Freeman, and I am joined by these two lovely co-hosts. Please take the time to introduce yourselves now.
Hello, everyone. Tami, Goveia, now.
Hello. And Michael Mattis.
Thank you guys.
Michael Mattis.
Yes, the Michael, like the Ohio State University. The Michael Mattis. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for everybody who's in the chatting room with us. I see Kirsten, Daquan, April, and Scott. That's just because that's where it is in the chat room right now, but I'm sure there's a ton more people in there. Hey, you guys, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram, DISHIN Days. Facebook, DISHIN Days.
Twitter
underscore DISHIN Days. That's my fault. I did the underscore because DISHIN Days was already taken. We've been trying.
Who took it?
Yeah, somebody has it and they never use
Dang
it.
nabbit.
Yeah, so if you guys know that person and you can get a hold of them, we'd love to have it.
Yes, please.
I don't know. Can we?
And they'll come back to us
you
and say
swap
it's
them over?
$500.
Can you like swap one in?
I
Well, I guess
don't-
they can get rid of
They
it
can
and you
get
can
rid of
change
one
your
and then you can
name.
change
Right,
it.
yeah.
Okay. So there's still hope yet. There's still hope yet. Maybe in 2019. All right, you guys. What did you think of this week's Days
It was
of Our Lives?
good. There was a lot to be paying attention to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt, especially towards the end of the week. But the reveal at the wedding, I thought was really spectacular.
The other wedding.
The
The
other
non-hope wedding.
The
non-hope
the
wedding?
non-hope.
No, because we had two.
yeah,
I was
we-
referring
There
to the
was,
hope
yeah.
wedding.
Oh, you were?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But
So the continuation of the big reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the aftermath, and
Got it.
I'm a little confused. A lot of people are. I'm surprising. A lot of the characters are defending Rafe in being, oh, it was just a mistake. He truly loves you. I'm like, wow. A lot of people are giving him a lot of credit,
Yeah.
and you know, I don't know. I was just surprised by that.
What I loved about this week was, I mean, usually Monday opens up and it's a little quiet, and then it's got momentum, so that by Friday it's.
Yeah.
But I think every day was one of those like, oh my God.
I was telling you guys, the only day I was really distracted, like, and not fully engaged with the show was Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Like,
remember
the
what
rest
happened
of the week. I felt like
particularly.
this week like started well and ended well.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like
And-
that's
Yeah.
pretty regular.
Yeah.
Oh,
It always
sometimes
ends
it's
well. It doesn't
interesting.
always start well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, in theory, it should.
In a perfect world.
The way that it's designed, that's how it should be. I felt like there could have definitely been more Billy Flynn. Just gonna say that. Because that's what I'm here to do.
because that's what he does.
I'm really not here to recap days. I'm here to talk about Billy Flynn. Let's not mince words. All right, you guys. Well, let's get into it. Michael, let's flip it and forget it. It is now time to start
DISHIN Days.
And thank you. And a
Yay,
shout out to
wow.
Stephen, who's pushing those buttons for us. Thank you, Stephen.
Yes.
And getting us into frame. Even my hair. Thank you.
That's a lot of frame.
It's a lot.
That's a lot of
It's a lot
frame.
of frame. All right, so let's start the week off. I wanted to start with this because I'm not a Hope fan, so I didn't want to start with her. Let's not mince words. I wanted to start with Andre, this stuff involving Andre's murder, mostly because of Marcy Miller and how fantastical.
She's amazing.
Every week,
Yeah.
she just blows it away.
Yeah.
It's got to be exhausting for her.
I don't know.
Like,
she that's what she does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's a solid actor.
Yeah.
She does her homework. She does what she needs to do, and this is what happens when you do your homework.
Do you think, though, that a lot of what is coming out and why she's doing so well is because she gets to work with Billy Flynn so much?
My God.
That's kind of a given.
Just curious.
But if you want to reiterate that
notice a lot-
over
most of
and
her-
over and
Just
over
curious.
again.
However, not to be devil's advocate, a lot of her scenes are with Tyler Christopher now, not Billy
Stefan.
Flynn.
I know.
And
I
maybe
understand.
it's their chemistry.
And
that's
even
feeding
with or
her
without
performance.
shirt,
Part of
she
it.
brings it. You
Right.
know what I mean? She
Yeah.
doesn't get distracted. She stays
Yeah.
focused.
Yes, exactly. Well, so we got to meet more of Dr. Laura.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who we just I found myself really having to really concentrate to figure out like what's going on. And I was like, okay, so she's, from my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, she's kind of controlling the personality.
She's what she said.
Correct.
She's the gatekeeper of Abigail and Gabby.
And
Correct.
herself.
And
Right.
herself,
Which
exactly.
kind
And
of-
she says she lets out Gabby when she needs to, and she lets out Abby when she needs to. And yeah, I had to rewatch. I had all of those. Every scene she was in from Friday, I think I had to rewatch 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Just so I was like getting it straight.
Mm-hmm.
And I took notes, and I had like paragraphs.
Yeah.
Instead of just like bullet points for the episode, I had paragraphs for that episode.
There was a lot of explanation
Yeah.
of the hows and the whys and the whos.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of freaked out because when she said, I'm the gatekeeper, I thought, oh my God, how many more personalities?
Yeah.
Do you know? No, seriously.
Yeah.
If
Well, no,
she's
I-
the gatekeeper,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
there could be, who knows what's lurking
And she
back there.
she confirmed that it wasn't Gabby that killed Andre. It was
know.
Abigail,
Abigail.
and that the Gabby personality came out as a result
because
of
Abby
the murder.
couldn't deal with
Because
that.
she couldn't deal with it.
Because she
Yeah.
couldn't process it. Yeah.
But
Right.
it didn't come out when he asked, well, why would
Well, yeah, she
Abigail,
wouldn't, yeah.
she loved, why would she do that? And Laura, you know,
Yeah.
I can't reveal that. It's none of your business.
Yeah.
Suffice
You're like,
it to
"Come
say,
She,
yeah.
Shushed it. She shushed
She
it.
shushed it. But I love her. I love Dr. Laura.
Yeah.
Did you
I feel
notice?
safe with her. Is that weird? Like when she's,
She does
I
have
feel
a-
like
like a-
she's in control.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
I liked, it was almost going to be my quote of the when she took off his glasses, I'll get my own pair.
Thanks,
Or when
but
she
no
like,
thanks.
or when she put the blazer on, she looked at
Yeah.
herself in the mirror and was like,
Oh, that's better.
So much
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. And so when we did see Abby this week, there were a lot more conversations she doesn't remember having with
yeah.
people. She's starting to go, wait a minute, I don't know what you're talking about, to Billy Flynn. And those kind of things. So
Yeah.
we're starting to see that it kind of fall into her quote unquote real life.
right.
Yeah, the blackouts must be scary.
Yeah.
That must be really
Well,
scary.
I think at this point she doesn't really realize her blackouts. I think once she realizes that, oh shoot, something's going on, then it's going to be like, oh, criminy.
And it was kind of cool when she was trying to retrace her steps that she had the inner monologue
Yes.
going on. So they
Yeah.
don't do that very often.
Yeah.
No.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let me think. Where was I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like that.
And then the other thing with, well, cut 2 other things with Andre's murder investigation is that Stefan starts accusing Kate of potentially killing Andre, which, I mean, it's just clearly a
That was just filler.
filler
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
try
okay.
to get us to think maybe it could be Kate.
But it's like there was no. I don't.
No, I don't think it was. We ever
I don't
thought
think it was meant
Kate,
to. I don't think it was
but-
meant to be viable.
But
either.
maybe she was going to be the one that he was going to frame.
Oh.
Got it.
Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
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 Got it.
See, that didn't even
Yeah. That's
register
what I
in my
thought.
head.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe he's going to frame, because I thought, okay, it's going to be Gabby, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe he's going to frame Kate.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because he's not a big fan of hers.
Nope.
And then the other
mother.
big news with this is that Gabby opened Ariana's little overnight bag and
How
found.
did Vivian do that?
I
know.
How did she
Yeah.
do that?
So we got at the beginning of the week, Stefan gets a text from Mother
Mother.
that says, "I'm done. It's done."
Yeah.
And then later we find this stuff in
Gabby finds
Gabby's bag. Is that what she did, or did she do something else?
Right.
That's the real question.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I like that.
You, as fans of this show, we are conditioned to not trust anything we see.
Anything.
Right. And that gets proven at the end of this week too.
Right,
Right in front of our faces.
Mm-hmm.
So Gabby pulls out the top of the urn, the jacket.
Such a great moment where she just has a meltdown. You can see her innards just going. I can't lose it because my child
And,
is
that,
here.
and allegedly someone saw that and reported it to the police. It's
Yeah.
like real. Okay.
Well, I think. Well, I don't know
Suspicious
that they
behavior.
saw that. I think what it was, in my opinion, is Stefan or Vivian called the
right.
police and
It's
said,
not a legit.
Yeah, it wasn't like a legit, like they saw her actually doing it. And then, of course, there's all these different things that happen. She calls Chad. She calls Eli. Of course, nobody picks up their phones.
Right.
Will comes along and she's got a,
I find it interesting that she. and maybe this is me, that Chad was the first person she called.
I'm not,
But
only
it
because
was-
he's been helping her so
Yeah.
much.
He's been helping her, and then she explained later with what happened with Eli. She doesn't totally trust him, and with
Right.
the police, she doesn't trust them either.
Right.
So I was like, oh, okay, that
Right.
kind of, and immediately it didn't make sense to me. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, she's calling Chad.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
it did to me. It felt natural to me.
Oh.
Yeah, because he was always in her corner from day one.
Yeah.
And they have that connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then she she finally sneaks away and goes to try to
First,
throw everything out.
she goes to the park and takes everything.
Pulls it all out again,
What
which
are
I
you
know.
doing?
I know. It's like, girl.
She's panicking. She doesn't know what she's doing.
I wouldn't have even called Chad or Eli, and I love me some Chad, but I would have went straight to that dumpster and been like, boop, and
I would have burned
threw
it.
Yeah, threw
I
a
would
match
have
in it,
burned
caught the
it.
whole thing on fire, and then
Don't
peaced
trust
out.
this one.
Yeah, no.
Not gonna be
you're
thrown in a
You're not
dumpster.
setting up this drag queen. Sorry, ain't gonna happen. And then there was the tip that she had something. So the district attorney, who I don't know where I don't even
Melinda
know.
Trask. Do we
Trask,
think?
yes.
Do we think she's orchestrating anything?
I guess it's possible. I mean, we've been seeing a lot more of her.
Yeah.
So I guess anything's possible.
Or do we just buy that she has this vendetta against Gabby for getting an early release?
She wants to win.
It just
Yeah.
seems
Yeah.
it seems a little I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. I don't buy that that's the only reason she's going after Gabby like this.
Possible.
Well, it's very possible, and
We shall
that's what
see.
they're trying to do. make
Never
us keep
trust
asking.
anything.
Yeah,
Never
exactly.
trust what you see.
Exactly. So Trask sends Lonnie to follow up on the lead, won't let Eli go, and then Lonnie catches Gabby throwing it away. Did you think that Lonnie was going to let her go?
No, I didn't think that.
I had a moment.
I had a
think-
moment,
I
too.
think I had a hopeful moment.
I had a
think
moment too. Yeah.
Most of me knew she wasn't. She was
Yeah.
going to play it by the book for a lot of reasons.
Yeah. I
You
agree.
know?
Yeah,
I
totally.
did like Gabby's line, just like, you slept with my boyfriend, you owe me one.
Yeah,
Let me
exactly.
go.
Exactly. I did
It's like, do
that
me
line.
a solid.
Yeah, yeah. So then she gets taken in and is getting put in holding,
Right.
Bail revoked.
and then Eli. It ends with Eli saying, we just have to figure out who this is in this coat, and that'll get you off, which is true. Once they find out who it is, regardless of her having it, if they can figure out who it is and all that. So yeah,
Back to jail she goes.
yeah.
to jail. Poor girl.
Poor Gabby.
She's been through it once. She can handle herself. Now
She
she knows
is.
what she.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
She knows what to
okay.
trade.
She's
She knows what to
killed
trade for
before.
what.
It'll be
Like, let's get
easier
real.
second go around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So that was that with Andre's murder. The other, I called it Wedding Day Repercussions, because I felt like even though the main story was Rafe and Hope and the cheating, so many other things spiraled out of
Yeah.
that. So
Susan Hayes,
I
when
was
she
just
went off
thinking of
on
her.
Gabby,
Oh my God.
like she stole that episode from me. Like I felt of all like the Christian Alfonso's sad performance, Galen Gehring and his sadness and guilt and whatever. Susan Hayes, when she went after Gabby and had to be dragged away screaming
I
by
haven't seen
Doug.
her lose her
Oh,
stuff
so
like
good.
that.
They
in
need
a
to like. I know they can't
time.
write that for her like all the time because it'll get boring. But man, it was phenomenal. Like I was. Just,
And Doug
like, I
finally
love
said,
her.
"Julie."
I know, and then Doug having
Stop
to,
it.
Yeah, and then you see him like having drinks in the office.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
yeah, he I didn't really understand. I kept thinking that the Doug and Julie scenes were going to kind of amount to something,
Yeah.
because I was like, well, what? I mean, they were really just recapping everything that was happening, which is fine. But I just kept thinking, is there going to be more to this? I kept waiting for kind of a twist, and there never was. I mean,
Right.
maybe something will happen next week with that, but I just thought it was odd. So then, basically, and then, so Hope and Jen talk, and she tells Jen that she actually is married to
Right.
Rafe, and Rafe tells Sierra that
Right.
they're actually married. That happens. And I like that both Sierra and Jen were both like, oh, okay, girl, now you got this then. Okay, girl. That's okay,
If you're
girl.
married, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right.
You'll figure it out.
But it is, I did like that. I don't know. I mean, maybe just because of my disdain for Hope, but I
Okay,
just don't really, like, I genuinely felt bad for Rafe, that end of Monday, when it's just him standing
Yeah,
alone in the
standing
park
alone.
of Shock the Way. I was like, oh.
The thing is, though, it's like, yeah, you feel bad for him, but, you know, he's the reason he's in that position. He cheated. He lied about it. He got caught.
Right.
Like, and, you know, so, yeah, you feel sorry for him. And then, like I said, like, the other characters feel sorry for him almost.
Right.
And I'm torn between, and I'm like, wow, maybe, because I'm like, he's a cheater, get rid of him. But maybe, and then I'm thinking, like, no, maybe he deserves a second chance because he doesn't mess up. Like he did it, but it's not like I don't remember him ever. Did he cheat on Sammy? Or
I don't
did
think
he
so.
cheat before?
I don't think
I
so.
don't
When
so.
when
Someone in
Carrie,
the chat room can
Carrie
tell
was
us.
around? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, ultimately, when all was said and done, the day that it happened, let's not forget, Hope threw a ring in his face.
They were on a
told
break.
him we're over.
Right.
Yeah.
Not saying it makes it right.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it was in his mind, like he was suffering. Sammy was suffering. They have a connection. Stuff like that happens.
Right, yeah.
I don't know.
When-
I'm gonna give it.
So
a pass.
When
you
this
could say it could be justified.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
When this type of thing happens, nothing's black and white.
Yeah.
These kinds of scenarios
It's
are
situational.
never black and white.
Right.
And so I was more on the side of, why are you reacting this way, Hope?
Yeah.
I
Why
think
are you
it's
going?
just-
But
Sorry.
I thought, you know what? I've never lost the love of my life,
Mm-hmm.
Bo.
Right.
I've never fallen in love with, you know, I won't call him a sociopath, but someone who tried to murder me.
Yeah,
So
Aiden.
she's not coming from a very good place. She's still healing.
Right.
And so I
now to
think
have
this,
another.
I think this overreaction stems because trust was so important.
But
to
see, I
her.
don't think it was an overreaction. Like she was hurt. Like, yeah, they may have been on a break or whatever, but he immediately went and slept with someone else. Like, whether you're on a break or not, that's
But
gonna
he
hurt the
didn't.
person.
No, it's not like he walked out like I'm going to get laid.
Yeah.
He left upset, ran into Sammy. Things unfolded.
He made a
things,
mistake.
but
yeah,
from
I
Hope's
know that's
drinking.
simplifying
But from
it,
Hope's perspective, all she knows is that he
No,
slept
he
with someone
explained
else.
it to her.
Well, so what?
He said.
The wound
You
is
know,
still
this is
fresh.
what
Maybe,
happened.
Well, the wound is still fresh. Like she's immediate. Like the immediate reaction. Maybe once she thinks about it.
I would have.
You know?
I would be. This is gonna sound weird, but I would be more upset if it was like I got a hooker and hooked up than I was with somebody who I had a relationship with, who was going through something emotional. We were sitting, we were drinking.
It wasn't intentional.
It was
It
not
just- yeah,
intentional.
I know.
It just happened. I don't know. I think I'm okay with
Like
it.
I said, I'm kind of torn because at first I was like, "Oh, he's bullshit." Excuse me. Just get rid of him. But you know,
But that's not
Now
Rafe.
hearing it.
I mean, he's
Well, no,
not
and now
that
after-
guy, you know. So
I'm kind of more in the middle.
yeah. So yeah.
Well, and they said in the chat room, Rafe did not cheat on Sammy, but he emotionally cheated with Carrie. Emotionally.
Emotion. And that could be worse.
Ah.
Sometimes that's worse.
I don't know. I think Hope's reaction was in just like I think she had an appropriate reaction.
I don't know. Was it Tony in our discussion who was very surprised at how Hope was reacting? Didn't
Yeah.
he say something like that?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I know that people on Twitter and stuff were saying stuff that they thought that she was really
Like she needs to
overreacting
calm down.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are definitely those people out there that think that. I have to say, and I tweeted about this, Rafe cheated on Jordan with Kate. Thank you, Daquan.
Aha.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. You know, I completely forgot that Rafe and Kate were a thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my
Every
gosh,
once in a while,
that's
it pops
right.
into my
Yeah.
head. Yeah. Thank you,
Oh, wow.
Daquan, and don't get used to hearing
Daquan.
that. Tony is in the chat room. Clearly, that audition
girl.
didn't go too well.
Tony, hi, baby.
no.
Tony, by the way, Tony had a commercial for tea. I'll let him explain it to you. I have to say this, and I did tweet about this this week because I think my new favorite super couple is Rely, Rafe and
They
Eli.
do have a little bromance going on.
Oh
The
my god!
bromance.
I really do genuinely like their scenes together.
Yes.
They
I
interact well,
loved,
yeah.
and I wasn't here the week that they had that big talk about him cheating and that kind of stuff. I have to say kudos to Days for doing it, and I really do like them
Yeah.
as buddies. I liked it seemed like such a genuine bro conversation. I mean, I don't know,
Yeah.
I'm not a part of a lot of bro conversations, but it seems like what bros would talk about and how they would discuss
Right.
it. So I loved it. I loved it.
When Lamone was here, I think one of the questions that someone asked was, "Who are you enjoying the most on-screen time with?" And he said,
Yeah.
He said
Galen. He
Yeah.
said Galen. So the chemistry is there, the rapport is there, and it really comes out in scenes like that.
Yeah. Claire also goes to Hope to make sure that Grandma Hope would make sure
If
she's
you're
okay.
going to have an issue with somebody, if you're really going to have an
Yeah.
issue with somebody, the issue should be with Claire.
Yeah.
I do have an issue with it.
I don't care how many
absolutely
times
do.
Grandma Hope says you did the right thing. She did
No,
not do the right
no.
thing.
And called her
She's a
gutsy.
spoiled little brat. Gutsy.
Why is she encouraging
Bull.
behavior
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
No, Claire. No, Sierra is absolutely right when she's saying you were just a spoiled brat who wants attention.
Completely.
You were mad that you were left out and you acted. It was a very immature thing to do.
Yeah.
And
It was spiteful. It
Yeah.
was more than just immature. It was.
Yeah. So this is one of the things I was saying that kind of spun out of this wedding debacle is this Claire and Sierra.
It just
thing.
reignited the
Just reignited
rivalry.
because it kind of was looking like maybe they were gonna and like Tripp was kind of trying
truce.
to make a truce between them, but then this kind of just reignited all of that. The other thing is, and I think you, Tami, if I'm not mistaken, enjoyed this. Eric and Jen had a little blow up about
We
Sammy.
finally saw some fire
Yeah.
between them, which
Yeah.
I knew was always there.
And they were
Yeah.
good.
They're
Yeah.
great.
Melissa Reeves, when she is written, it's almost the same thing like I said earlier with Susan Hayes. When she is written like that feisty material, she
Stands her
delivers
ground.
1,000%.
Yeah, totally. And then the third thing that kind of spun out of the wedding day repercussion is Eli confessing to Gabby that he also cheated. Which I actually really appreciated that they did that.
Yeah.
That they didn't just have him kind of like what Lonnie's doing by not saying anything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad that he's being the bigger person and telling. I mean,
How
I
is he
still don't
being
like
the
that.
bigger person when he doesn't tell her the whole truth?
Well,
Well,
he
that
didn't
I was
tell
just
the
gonna
whole
say.
truth.
I was just gonna
anything
say that.
at all.
I was like, but I like that he told him. I was disappointed that he kept that part.
And so do you think Gabby's reaction to it, like, not just walking out and leaving him, like she almost is willing to like work it out with him? Like,
I mean, I think she gets it. You know,
she's not just totally like writing him off because he cheated. So do you think that's more of an appropriate reaction to cheating than Hope's? If I asked that question correctly.
She did say that. What was the relationship? Was it with who cheated on her before?
JJ with Lonnie.
Oh, that's
JJ
right.
Lonnie.
Yeah.
And her reaction was, "I'm done. We're over." And she regrets that.
Yeah.
She said, "I regret being so."
So she's learning from her experience.
That was her
She's
rationale,
mature,
and I
yeah.
thought, okay, well that makes sense.
Yeah. I love that. I meant to say this the other day too when we were here, and thank you. Who just wrote that? Me World 2. Jen and Eric names together is generic.
Oh, you know.
I think it speaks for itself.
You know.
I mean, I get it. I'm just not invested in it.
Right, yeah.
You know.
Same.
Yes, I did lock up Tony. That is why he's not here. So there were quite a few repercussions of the rope.
What do we think of
marriage.
the physical, like? I mean, it's typical of a soap opera when someone deceives somebody, they get slapped across the face.
Right.
Fine. But then Sierra cold cocking, what's her name? Claire.
Claire.
Like,
She
do you
did-
think that was a little extreme, or
I thought it was in character.
you think it's
Yeah.
in character?
I
Okay.
absolutely.
For
But
Sierra, for sure.
I am glad she apologized for
Right.
it
She was a big person and
Yep.
apologized.
I
And
did
said
like
she was
that.
because
wrong.
it shows her maturity level.
Yeah.
Unlike
And she's got a
Claire's.
temper. A lot of people, I know it's hard to believe, but I have a temper. And sometimes I just go, and then after it's done, I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
Mark, why did you do that? And sometimes I just don't have control of it. So I understand it. So it's okay. Because I have the same problem. All right. And then the other big kind of news that was going on was another day's wedding.
Oh my gosh.
There was some wedding planning going on between Eve and Brady, which seemed to kind of come out of nowhere.
Right.
Like it was just like we need to do this. We need to do this now.
We
and blah, 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 blah.
marry now. Yeah, and then he had the whole trip to Vegas plan that didn't work out because they got drunk.
And it was funny too because I kept because we keep getting these conversations with Brady and Victor.
Right.
So you start getting invested in the Brady and Eve stuff, and you start believing it, and you're starting to fall for it, and then that scene happens with Brady and Victor, and you're like, oh, so this is part of the game. You know what I mean? Like
it's part of the game, but Brady has developed real feelings.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is why he was drinking so much.
Yeah.
He feels really guilty about this whole thing.
So his guilt, and then apparently Eve had her own agenda.
Yes.
Either that, I'm trying to figure out, and it'll play out how it plays out, whether she has been playing him as well all along, or if the conversation with Sonny right before the wedding, because there was very distinctive when. Like the way Cassie was playing Eve that whole episode right up until the wedding, she was, kind of happy and you could kind of see it. And then when she came down, that's when like you could see it in her face that that something was up. And so I'm wondering, if she's been playing Brady all along the way he's been playing her, or if something just snapped in that conversation with Sonny.
I think, remember Victor calls Brady and he doesn't pick up. He's like, I'm not picking this call up. I think Victor called Eve.
Oh.
And came clean.
Oh, because of Maggie.
That's what I'm hoping.
Not even thinking about that, but you may be right.
Right.
That makes sense.
That does make sense.
Because the other thing that was happening while all this wedding planning was going on was Victor confronted Maggie and asked her to come home, and she said that he had to tell Eve himself. Right. He couldn't let Brady do it. He himself had to call or tell Eve what was really going on and everything if he genuinely wanted her to come home. So that, and then I do think it's funny that there was that Brady had a conversation with Paul, and Paul suspected that Eve was up to something, and then Eve had a conversation with Sonny, who suspected that Brady was up to something. So I did actually appreciate the thought that went into those moments leading up to Eve saying she wouldn't marry him if he was the last person on the planet, which is how the week ended.
Yes.
Which I did, I have to say. I was, kind of, in my own little world, and then I heard her say that. I went, oh, shoot, did she just say that?
Right.
And I went back and listened to it again.
I'm glad it didn't happen. I'm glad something happened.
Yeah.
Something stopped it.
Yeah.
So.
Do you think that they're going to end up together anyway?
Yes. I want them to. That's me wanting them to.
They are, like, when they're not fighting, they're cute together. Yeah. I'd be for it. Yeah. I'd ship them, like the kids say nowadays.
You
I would
who?
ship them. I would ship them.
Oh.
That's what you say when you support, you ship them.
Ship them. Hashtag.
Hashtag.
We ship them.
Okay, I'm
what
learning.
Let's see. Brady and Eve. Breve?
Breve.
E80?
Breve.
Okay.
I think it's Breve.
Okay.
Better than generic.
Yep, sounds good.
All right, Miss Tami.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about something that's going on other networks?
So this is actually very cool. I don't know if you've caught any of Maria's podcasts, but if you haven't, here's the lowdown, guys.
You guys show some support from DISHIN Days, okay?
So it reads, want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life. For those who do, have we got a podcast for you. Conversations with Maria Menunos. Podcast edition is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder Maria Menunos and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menunos features celebrity and influencer interviews along with secrets and tips on how to be better in all aspects of your life, from health and wellness to career and relationships, finances, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you never had. So just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menunos for free. Be sure to rate and comment, and when you do, let Maria know that it was us.
Yeah.
DISHIN Days. It was us who got you there. Conversations with Maria Menunos Podcast Edition. Check it out.
Check it out.
Now.
Yeah. It's free.
Right now.
Why not?
It's free.
Tony says, yes, live read, work it, Tami. All right, you guys. Yeah, definitely go check it out and tell Maria that we sent you.
Yes.
Tell her that me, Tami, and Michael sent you.
Yeah.
You can leave Tony.
Tony.
Sorry, girl.
Come home.
Sorry, girl. All right, so there were some other little tidbits that happened, and these are very, very. I mean, I was scraping the bottom of the barrel for these tidbits. So we kind of brushed on it. There was a little pregnancy scare for Lonnie. She had some pains. I think that was just so that Kayla could get some airtime in her contract.
There you go.
She has.
With that, I appreciate
They have
it.
an
Like, oh,
episode.
shoot, we need to get her
She's
3
got an
more
episode
hours.
guarantee. We need.
Yeah.
They have to pay
We
her
gotta get her
whether
3
she's
hours.
in or not. So they might as well use it.
And then also which we didn't really say, Eli calls Lonnie, leaves her a voicemail to tell her that Gabby now knows about the cheating.
Do we think? I know they showed her deleting.
Yeah.
Do we think it's gonna resurface sometime?
Well, I mean, I think it's all going to resurface.
Well, I know, but do you
I
think
don't
that's
think
gonna?
the message that
The
you mean
actual
the
actual
the
message?
voicemail.
I don't think the actual
so. It'll
message
come
will.
out some other way.
Yeah, definitely.
But I really loved that moment where he's listening to the message.
Yeah. Well, and
That
one
was
day,
really cool.
and I think it was another moment you touched about this too. They've been doing this a lot lately. The voiceover, because
Yeah.
when he was leaving the message, we saw Lonnie in the hospital bed with JJ and him holding her.
Right.
Right.
So it's kind of him leaving the message
Yes.
over, which I'm actually
was
kind of
great.
digging.
I like that, yeah.
I like that. Good producing. Thumbs up. Then we had a tender moment with Sierra and Tripp, both telling each other that
They're there for each
they're
other.
there for each
Yeah.
other. There was almost a. Did you see a little lean
He
in
leaned
from
in.
Tripp?
Oh yeah.
It was a little lean
She's
in.
like, yeah, I got stuff to do.
Yeah,
I got stuff to do.
There was. This is just funny. These are those moments like when I'm not making fun of Alice Horton by any means, but in her last time on the show, and everybody would, instead of her leaving the room, everybody would stand around her and they would all walk to the other side of the room. This kind of reminded me of JJ sitting in the pub studying, and everybody just kind of kept showing up,
Coming to him, yeah.
We're like, no, he needs to study, girl. Let's take it in there. Let's take it in there. So he's studying to be an EMT, and thinks that he can deliver babies now. And there was a cute moment with Will and him
Yeah.
talking about fatherhood and being dads and stuff like that, even though
Romance.
we know it's not JJ's. There was also, and this kind of, to me, I don't know, it just seemed, and again, they may be setting stuff up, the Sonny and Paul moment, where he was just kind of like, well, you can go be with Will now if you want to be
Right.
with Will, it's almost over, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's tension.
whatever that amounts to. And then we also found out that Kayla took Steve to another doctor who confirmed their beliefs, and he's going blind, and Kayla's going to have to drive him everywhere, and he can't be a good detective.
He's not gonna go blind.
I know. They'll
Sorry.
find. They'll find something.
They'll find something.
Not gonna.
The
not
blind
gonna
has. They've regained sight before on the show.
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was
Yeah, and
that was
our
the week.
That was the week.
That
It
was
good
the week.
Good week.
It was a good week.
It was.
Solid week.
I really liked it.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
need to go back in here and see if Tony's saying anything debaucherous. I don't see it.
One can only hope.
One can only hope. All right. Since Tony said he will post his 3 Snaps Award video later on
Okay.
the social medias. So now we will skip the 3 Snaps Award, unless you guys want to at home create your own 3 Snaps Awards segment moment. But now we are going to go to
DIY
Miss
3 Snaps.
Tami
Yes.
for her designer days.
Designer days.
Opulence.
Poshness. Is that a word? Poshness?
It is now.
Designer
now.
days.
Designer
Designer days. Yes.
We got to work on that.
So there was a lot of fun stuff, but the spotlight is gonna go to Hope and her wedding outfit, which I thought was completely appropriate.
Okay.
First of all,
Yeah.
considering she didn't go with the traditional dress
Yep.
thing, I thought this pantsuit was fantastic.
And I like the shoes, which you don't
They
really
didn't show
see.
enough of the shoes.
Yeah, they
There
were
was
like
one moment where
rhinestone
she
shoes.
kind
Yeah.
of kicked up her feet,
Yeah.
and you saw a glimpse of the
Yeah.
rhinestone shoes.
Yeah.
And the gold cami underneath it was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
So this jacket, this is an Alexander McQueen jacket.
Oh, wow.
So go DISHIN DAYS, go wardrobe folks.
Yeah.
This is great. The literal breakdown. So it's a white virgin wool double-breasted blazer from Alexander McQueen, featuring notched lapels, a front button fastening, front pockets, long sleeves, button cuffs, and a draped panel to the side, which I loved.
It's so fun. I'm glad you picked this because when I saw it the first time, I was like, "Is her hanky just hanging out? Is that part of, like what's going on?" So I was just curious.
It's
I'm glad
fashion.
that it's
I loved
fashion.
it.
Fashion.
It's fashion.
I thought it was a pantsuit.
And I think it's appropriate now that I let my hanky
I
hang
know,
out.
the monogram hanky.
My monogram hanky. I'm
See,
gonna
there
hang
you
it
go.
out of my
Oh, I wish you
right
could strut.
now.
I wish you could strut this.
For those of you listening and not watching.
You Alexander
I now have an
McQueen,
Alexander McQueen jacket on. Easy, simple.
But I found this obviously online, and it gets paired with the dark slacks, which is fantastic. You can also find this jacket in other colors. There's kind of a herringbone jacket with the sash on the side.
Same color?
Same. No, it's kind of a gray and black. It's
okay.
really beautiful.
Okay.
So the style comes in different variations, color-wise. So there we go. It goes to Hope.
Yay! That was Designer Days.
Designer Days. Opulence.
Fashion. Handkerchiefs. All right, and it is now time for Caption That. All right, Michael, take it away. This is photo number 2.
Okay, so we see the lovely Melissa Reeves here.
I do like her jacket.
That's the same look whenever anyone
I thought
tries
you
to
would
get
do
me.
that jacket.
Yeah, it was
That's
close.
actually what I thought you were
Yeah,
going to
I
do.
really
Sorry,
did
go
like
ahead.
the
No, it's
jacket.
okay. This is the look I have on my face when everyone tries to make me do math without a calculator. So, a lot of good captions this week. I'm getting more captions week by week, like
That's
the
great.
volume's increasing. So great. I'm
Thank you,
so happy.
guys.
Yes, thank you. We love to have you guys contribute whenever we can. So you're a part of the show. And this week's caption goes to Debbie Smith from Facebook, and it says, Jennifer is saying, "Why did I have to wear the bath mat out in public?"
Oh!
And it took me a minute because I saw the caption. I'm like, what? And then I looked at the shirt.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, I think I have that bath mat. So thank you, Debbie
Yeah.
Smith.
And don't forget, Michael always
Congratulations.
said that he's going to pick the cattiest one.
I mean,
Yes.
So
yeah.
if you're being nice and kind and polite,
Forget about
you're
it.
not going to be.
But don't be
caption
mean.
that.
There's shade and then there's mean.
Yeah.
Don't
Right.
be mean.
Don't be mean.
Don't
Leave
be
that to
mean.
me. All right. And that
Caption
was
this.
Caption That. All right, we got to really work on these, getting these done.
I like them. I don't know.
Well, we can just record
not very
ourselves doing
polished,
that.
but,
Yeah. All right, so now it is time for
Mark's Quote of the Week.
There we go. I love when I say this. I love when it happens on Monday, so then I can relax and watch the week. My quote of the week this week goes to Sierra, Miss Victoria Conifel, the day of the wedding when Claire takes off. And she starts to take off after her, and Tripp stops her, and he's like, "No, let her go." And she said, "I'm not finished with her." And it was just the way that she said it that I was like, "Oh shit, it's going down."
She's Bo's daughter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yay.
So I was like, I thought that it might even be Tony's official 3 Snaps award. So if it is, and I took it, sorry about it. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. So Sierra Victoria, Miss Victoria Conifel, who plays Sierra, is getting Mark's Quote of the Week. Thank you. Forget that I have a thing for that. Anyways, and now it is time for DISHIN Days Fan of the Week. Woohoo!
I want to talk about it.
Alrighty. It never gets old. I will love that till the day I die. I want that played at my funeral. That was 4 a.m. work for you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. All right, so I do have a photo to go with my
Oh my
fan of the week
gosh.
this week.
Oh,
it
look
goes
at
to Miss
this.
Sarah on Twitter.
Hi,
Sarah
Sarah.
GG14. She tweeted me. Now I have to read this because I didn't write it in my notes here. It says, "Thanks, Lorraine Love. I'm addicted to pizza rolls.
Oh.
I'm in trouble." And then she took a picture of her pizza rolls coming out of the oven.
That's fantastic.
Which is fantastic. So, Sarah, you have to eat them for me now that I'm vegan. I can't eat them unless you can find me a vegan version. I'll try to make that. Maybe that'll be my treat to myself. Try and figure out how to
That's
make vegan pizza
fantastic.
rolls. So, Miss Sarah, you will get
Congratulations.
our we'll play that clip one more time. That's it. DISHIN Days Fan of the Week. Woohoo! All right. So those are our segments. We do still have some time. So I thought maybe we could take some phone calls, Stephen. I don't know. Are we turned on for phone calls?
Are we turned on?
I didn't give you much fair warning, did I?
No, we're good to go.
We're good to go?
Yeah.
Can you
yeah,
put the
see
number up there
both of you
because
guys.
I don't remember what it is.
Never remember.
I know
the
Tony
number
has it
is,
memorized.
The number to call in is 424-253-0749.
It's actually in my
Again,
notes.
424
In red.
253-0749.
Put on
Back
Dr.
to
Laura
you, Mark.
glasses.
Yes, that is it. I'll copy it. Look at this because it was in the notes and I didn't look up and read it. So I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste
there
it
it
in the
is.
chat room too. So if you guys want to call
I
in
didn't see it either.
and chat with myself and Michael and Tami.
Chat with us.
You're so hilarious, Mark J. Freeman. Thank you, Willa Sargent. Congratulations to
Willa.
Sarah. Tony, do you want to call in?
Oh.
I like that.
Get well,
ringtone.
Willa,
It's up there
by the
with
way.
Fan of the Week. Hey, you're on DISHIN Days with Mark and Michael and Tami. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Oh my goodness, I made it through.
Hang up! Hang up! How did the tea commercial
Hi
go?
everyone.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Okay, so I had a few minutes because I'm still on downtime on set, and no, it's not a tea commercial, Mark. But I wanted to call to give my 3 Snaps award.
All right.
Fantastic. Perfect.
Hey, Steven, can you do the sound bite with him on the phone? Okay,
Oh,
it's
cool.
time for Tony's. There it is.
Wow. Modern technology. It's
I know, right?
amazing.
It's amazing.
Okay,
All right.
so really quick because I'm about to go to set. So,
Yeah, I know, Mr.
Okay,
Hollywood.
you're busy.
Yeah,
Are we
I
going
know,
right
I
now?
know.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Oh, actually, I have to go, so I'm gonna have to post it online.
Oh, damn.
Are you kidding?
But I love you guys. Okay, and I have to go now.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, Tony. Have
All right,
fun.
bye.
Congratulations.
That was just a teaser
Oh
for
my
what
God,
you'll
that
get
was
later on
painful.
social media.
That hurt me.
Wow. Call
hurt
in,
me.
set us up to let us down.
Everybody make sure you tweet Tony on how
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
horribly mean that
Rude.
was.
That was terrible.
Horribly mean. All right, you guys. If you guys want to call in, wait, let me go back to my notes here. I can read the phone number for you again. It is 424-253-0749. If you'd like to come in and give us your opinion of this.
Caller on the line.
Hello, you're on
Hello.
DISHIN Days with Mark and Michael and Tami. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Well, if you can't have Tony, you can have the next best thing.
Oh, Jiminy. Mike Riley.
Hi, Mike Riley.
Mike Riley,
Yeah.
a
Mike
pleasure
Riley.
to have you on. What would you like to say?
It's a pleasure to see you hosting. It's so lovely.
I
No,
did
hi,
it
everybody.
just for you. I said, you know what? If Tony, Mike Riley wants me there, I'm going to do this.
And I put on my Oscar gown just to watch you. I'm kidding.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated. What do you have to say, Michael Riley?
I would like to say to, not to start a war, but to all the fans that are posting on Dave's website, Facebook page, all other points of social media, that Marcy Miller cannot act and is doing a terrible job.
Yeah.
No.
You are all crazy, and you
They are
need to
crazy.
stop watching the show because she is
It's phenomenal.
effing-tastic. And like her Dr. Laura
Oh, so
was
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
When she was at the like in that main room in the DeMera mansion,
Yeah.
when she was trying to figure out how she lost time,
Right.
and then the other personality, the Gabby, kicked in, and
Yeah.
she turns around and she does that slow, sexy walk out of the room. I was like, "Get it, girl!" I mean, it
Yeah.
was amazing. So, Marcy, you get all the accolades from me because
Absolutely.
you are, from day one, you were phenomenal, and you continue to be so.
I agree.
So that's what I have to say
100.
about that.
I agree 120%.
Second thing is, can we please make Trip and Sierra like the next super couple,
Yeah.
like into adulthood,
You loving
because
them?
their
Yeah.
chemistry is killer.
It is killer.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
I agree. And I think it will. I think what it's going to really come and be like even better is when Theo does come back to town, because it's just going to create even more of a dynamic.
And we didn't talk about the Bella magazine
Oh,
thing.
that's
Yeah.
right.
So when that really starts to get heat behind it, he's going to have to take sides.
Do you
Right.
think Sierra is going to try to compete, or do you think she's just going to try and ruin it for Sierra? Or
I
for
think
Claire?
she's going to try
Oh,
to
she
compete.
should compete.
Yeah.
Compete. And then I think she's going to be chosen. Like,
Yeah.
Claire's going to be left in the dust.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing, just before I go, I don't want to see if Trip and Sierra are going to be a couple. I don't want to see a triangle. Like we've already had that with Sierra, Claire, and
Yeah.
Theo.
Theo,
So
right.
I don't want to see a rehash of that.
Right.
Well, that's why
Let Theo come back.
Yeah.
Let them be happy. Bring on some new teams to create different triangles.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
I
Agreed.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
120%.
120.
All right. Thank you for agreeing with me
Thank
on that note.
you.
I'll
Of
say my goodbyes. I like knowing that I'm right.
I'm just trying to make your day, Mike Riley.
You always do.
I wake up
Your mere
every-
existence on the planet does it for me. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you for
Thank you.
calling, Mike Riley.
Bye.
I did forget to mention the face of Bella. But
I'm excited for that story.
I think it'll be.
actually.
I'm glad that they're doing that and
Yeah.
that it's coming back around. All right,
Caller
you
on
are
the line.
on Dishin Days with Mark and Michael and Tami. And where are you calling from? And turn your volume down, please. Oh, you're gonna have to turn your sound off so we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hello,
Hello there.
it's Chris from Connecticut.
Hey,
Hi,
Chris
Chris.
from Connecticut.
What do you
I'm
got
sorry,
to
I
say?
had my volume on and I couldn't
That's
hear
okay.
you.
That's
That's
okay. What do you got
can
to
hear you
say?
now.
I'm calling because I love Days of Our Lives, but I feel like there are too many love triangles, and I want Will and Sunny to get back together. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I'm really happy that Will is back, but I feel like there's such a thing as too much conflict, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
No disrespect intended.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It would be nice to just see a relationship start and watch it develop
Yeah.
without a million other different influences, triangles or whatever you want to call it. Totally
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Because no disrespect, but I feel like every couple is involved in a love triangle or a love square right now.
It's quick.
I love
I
square.
like that.
Chris, what do you think of Sierra and Trip?
I like them a lot,
Yeah.
but I felt like I saw that a mile away because
Yeah.
I feel like Ron, I don't know what his last name is, he likes love triangles.
Yeah. Yeah. He does. He definitely
But
does.
I like how Trip stood up for Sierra because
Yeah.
he's not. But I feel like Claire didn't have pure motives when she
Oh no, absolutely not.
outed the whole Rafe Sammy thing.
Right.
I mean, I'm no fan of Rope, but that the way that all went down was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I did. Yeah. We didn't really talk about that either. That when Claire comes home and it's just Trip there and he kind of lays into her and says, I generally don't think that you had that the reasons that you're stating for why you did this is why you did this. And they're all laying into her. Even if Grandma Hope says it's okay, no one else is buying it.
And I think after that, when he says to Sierra, I'm not crushing on Claire anymore, I think he's sincere.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's for real. He's over. He's
Yeah.
over that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for calling, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you. I'm a big fan.
Thank you. We're a big
We
fan
love
of
big
yours.
fans.
Good evening.
Have a good evening. Bye.
Bye-bye. Alrighty,
it,
guys.
love it.
Do we have another? If not, we can do some news and gossip. There we go. I got my answer. All right, you guys. It is official. Woohoo! There will be a 54th
54th
season
season.
of
Yay!
NBC Days. Job security for Dishin Days.
Can we just say that again? 54
4 years.
seasons.
54 years.
Long ass time.
Yeah.
My
So
gosh.
it is
It's
official.
still going, yeah.
I know there were some people that were worried that it may not, but it did. It did. It made it through. Also, some guy named Billy Flynn has a movie, A Dead on Arrival, which will be in theaters March 23rd and on video on demand DVD April 3rd. So get y'all a copy. I heard a little rumor that there may be a booty shot of Chas.
Stop.
In the movie. So if you didn't need, if you needed more of a reason to go see
Incentive.
it, this may be it.
Some tasteful
Well, yeah, it was actually Billy that told me because because I felt bad because I didn't make it to they had the screening
Premiere, yeah.
in LA and I was gonna go and I just completely lost track and forgot and I texted him. I was like, oh God, I'm so sorry. He goes, you just wanted to go to see my naked butt. And I was like, oh,
What?
I didn't even know your naked butt was But now if you need a reason, now you got it. And I don't know if you guys caught it last night, but Lifetime thriller stalked by a reality star with Robert Scott Wilson aired last night. It did re-air later that night because I missed recording it at 8, and it did come on again later, and I recorded it.
They show the new movies at 8 and then again at midnight.
Okay, and I assume they will probably re-air it again. So if you did miss it and you have a chance to watch it, definitely tune in and watch it.
Sometimes they'll air like a director's cut on Sunday nights. I've noticed that with. I watch a lot of Lifetime. So maybe it's on tonight.
Well, I started watching it. My husband was getting ready for a catering this morning, and I was watching it, and he sat down and was kind of watching it on the bed, and he goes, as he got up to leave, he went, "Don't erase that. I want to finish watching it." So
that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's a good sign. It was a good sign. So I stopped watching it because I didn't want to have to watch it twice.
Right.
So I stopped watching it, and we'll go back and finish watching it. But I did text Robert and told him congratulations, and we were digging it, and wished him all the best from all of us.
Great.
All
and
right.
a lot of fans too have been watching the re-airings, talk about the Bravo.
Bravo.
Yeah. So that's
yeah.
good. That's good.
Did you guys watch?
No, I haven't.
Didn't. I don't have a DVR.
Oh,
And I'm not up at 6 in the morning, so.
2018, girl.
Yeah.
That together.
Of course, I don't even know when I'm gonna have time because there's like 2
There's
episodes
so
per day,
much,
and then the new
know.
episode.
My gosh.
Yeah.
But it's important to watch.
And it's on Bravo at what time? 6
6 a.m. and
7 a.m.
and 7.
2 episodes
so
back
2
to
episodes,
two episodes back to
yeah,
back.
So 6 to 8.
Interesting.
Every day?
Every day, Monday through Friday.
Holy
yeah.
mackerel.
See,
Okay.
it's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But good.
I
It's
love-
good.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good to watch because if
Relive.
the fan base
You're
is
gonna
there.
get to rewatch some good
I
stuff.
know. But people
Yeah.
wanted to go back though.
I'm really looking
People
forward to
wanted to go
seeing
back.
Kate flipping the table over again after Stefano just reams her out because
Yeah.
she cheated on him, and that was like gold.
So it's starting in 2014?
11.
2011. Wow.
Yeah.
September 2011.
Long time ago.
is when it started.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Horton
And you get
Town
and you get
Square
to we'll get to
reveal.
relive.
Oh,
Will
it starts
coming
with the
out.
reveal of the
Yeah.
Town
Yeah.
Square?
Mhm.
Got it. Okay. That's interesting where they started from. Okay. Well, that seems like
I think we're
everything.
good,
We got it
yeah.
this in under time.
I know, right?
Yes.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. That's how Mark rolls, all right? All right, you guys, let's go around and tell everybody where to find us on the social medias.
Yeah, social media. So
Tammy, you want to start?
follow
Anatomical
me.
ladies first.
Follow me on Twitter at Tami Goveia and Instagram official Tami Goveia. Follow. Official.
You can find me on the Twitter at MLMattis1, and you can find me on the Instagram at just MLMattis.
And you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE. And you can catch me, what is today? Sunday on Thursday in the other studio doing the finale of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars Season 3. And then I'm going to start doing RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10. Almost as many seasons as Days of Our Lives. We're going to be doing it on Sundays. So after I'm done in here, I'm going to go over and do the recap of season 10. So if you're a RuPaul's Drag Race fan, tune in. Are you guys doing any other shows?
Not at the moment.
Still
Not
up in the
currently.
air.
Up in the
Yeah,
air.
yeah.
Sky's the possibility. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you,
For
guys.
everybody who's in the
We love
chat
you.
room, we love you. Thank you, Stephen, for pushing those buttons and making
Yes.
this
Appreciate
all
you,
a
Stephen.
reality.
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. We will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menunos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.